Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and I'm feeling a lot of emotions right now. I'm very frustrated, and I definitely want to get your opinion in the comment section below, because we have an update on the Animal Crossing rumor that we have been following, and this is kind of inception right now. But I made a couple videos on this. YouTuber Beat 'em Ups. You know him. You might love him. You might not anymore. I don't know, dude. They kind of went on their podcast and talked about this leak that they had, and it went mega viral. Obviously, he's a huge creator. 2 million subscribers. That's gonna happen. And, you know, a lot of people, including myself, were reporting on this rumor. And it turns out it's fake. It turns out everything he said about knowing about a Nintendo Direct and all of the games that he said in his podcast and the Animal Crossing stuff, everything is fake for a video. He just released this. I faked a Nintendo Direct leak to investigate how rumors spread online. I did watch the whole thing. It is like a little over 30 minutes if you want to check that out. I do want to play this clip first though, because I'm very proud of myself for having that gut feeling. Listen to this little thing that I said. At the end of the day though, this is a YouTuber. This is a content creator reporting on news. So take that with a grain of salt. I mean, it's like I knew, honestly. Yeah, so, I mean, I will link the video in the description of, you know, this whole, like, I faked a Nintendo Direct leak or whatever. But like I said before, it is a content creator, and at the end of the day, a content creator, big or small, is making content for clicks. They're making content for views. They are making content for some sort of attention. And this isn't actually the first time that Beat 'em Ups has done this. He actually faked a Zelda Switch unboxing. He worked with like a company or something, and they made like a fake mock-up of the Switch, the Zelda Switch OLED. And he did a fake unboxing saying that like he had the Switch early or whatever. And then he later made a video saying, oh, I faked that. Like, isn't this funny? And the video that he put out, I'm feeling a lot of feelings. The video that he put out is basically like it's sort of like a documentary style of like, this is how leaks start and this is how they spread. And throughout the video, he kind of like put blame on YouTubers, on people online, people just like running with sources and running with rumors and kind of, you know, running with it without checking sources or whatever. And one of the big things that he says on his show here is, well, I never said that I had sources. I said in my podcast I wasn't really confident about that. Like, you know, so he's kind of saying like because he's a big YouTuber and because he just said things and people wanted those things to come true, it's our fault for believing it. And I'm just not on board with that train of thought. I'm sure people are going to watch this video, and there's a little part of me that is like, oh my God, this is brilliant, dude. Like this is a YouTuber to me, man. Doing something crazy, even though there is going to be consequences, and just getting like this piece of content out, like, oh my God, bravo, dude. But then there's another side of me that's very upset, because I think the whole message here, you know, find good sources, research the sources that are coming out with these leaks, doesn't really hit, I think, as much as Beat 'em Ups thinks it's hitting. So for example, in the video, he says like, you know, I'm a big creator, but I don't have inside sources. And I don't think I believe that. I'm a relatively smaller channel in the grand scheme of things. Like, I have 175,000 subscribers, and I myself have a few inside sources, and sometimes I tweet about it, and sometimes I hear things and I just don't I don't say anything. It's very hard for me to believe Beat 'em Ups, a 2 million subscriber channel, doesn't have some sort of inside knowledge. You work with companies, his friends even like talk about rumors and stuff, and some have inside knowledge. I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying the fact that he doesn't have information. And honestly, like, if someone of his size says something and you're like, well, who did you hear it from? And they say, well, I can't tell you that. That's pretty valid, because I've heard rumors myself and they have said, oh, by the way, don't mention me in whatever post or whatever. And I respect that. People can lose their jobs over it. So I get what he was trying to do. And it's like this documentary style on how Nintendo leaks and just leaks in general start. And it is kind of interesting, the points that he brings up. And I just want to, this is just one screenshot right here. Like, he literally goes over psychological things in this, and it is an interesting watch. I will say, go watch it. But at the end of the day, I gotta ask, like, was it worth it for this video that is going to do very well, by the way? I faked the Nintendo Direct leak. It's very well done, very well edited. It will do well, but is it worth it? And I think going forward, and I've always kind of been like this, as you've seen in the video when I was reporting on it, I don't really believe YouTubers. I don't believe content creators if they just throw out information like that, especially when they don't have, they've never done leaks before. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a safe bet to not, trust people like that, but especially people that make content like this. And, fool me once, shame on me, or fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me, something like that. He's done it twice now. Beat 'em Ups, obviously, like, he's not an insider. You know what I'm saying? But I do think that there could have been something there. I really do think that there could have been something there. As you grow in this industry, you get, you start working with media people. I've worked with Nintendo. I've worked with Sega. And all it takes is for one of those people that are working there to, like, shoot you a DM and be like, hey, I heard this. You never know. So say what you want about him and the video. I just think that it's not, for me personally, it's not landing. The jokey part isn't landing. I think it's interesting. I think the psychological parts of it are interesting. But now let's go over to the leaks themselves. And a lot of you were excited about Animal Crossing, myself included. And I still actually do. I mean, shame on me again. But I still actually do think that Animal Crossing announcement or reveal or tease, similar to what they did with Tomodachi Life, makes a lot of sense for this year. I don't think a game is coming out this year, but I do think that Nintendo at least talking about it or mentioning it for a future release does still make a lot of sense. There's no steam anymore. There's no smoke to this fire anymore. But just judging by, like, the timeline of things, we are 5 years out from New Horizons releasing. Generally, Animal Crossing games come every 5 to 8 years. It lines up. Okay. So if we do get a game next year, that's 6 years from the launch of New Horizons. I think that timetable, matches up, but yes, unfortunately I have to make this video saying that, the rumors were fake. Everything Beat 'em Ups mentioned was fake. And I think it was even more believable because we had Nate the Hate, which is a trusted source who has leaked things before and it comes true. He has a very clean track record lately. His leak was saying by the end of the month, by the end of July, we will get a Nintendo Direct. And we did. It was a partner showcase, but it was still a Nintendo Direct. And then you had this rumor coming out, beforehand. So you're kind of putting two and two together and your mind starts playing tricks on you. So yeah, unfortunately, everything that was mentioned, Metroid Prime, Animal Crossing, everything, like, is not true. Whatever he did say in that podcast is not true. So yeah, I guess looking back on it, And I have been thinking about this leak quite a bit since this video came out or whatever. Definitely some red flags, okay? Definitely some red flags, because nowadays Nintendo keeps a lot of their announcements very close to them. And usually if a Nintendo Direct is rumored or leaked, it usually involves a third party. Nintendo themselves don't, very rarely do you have someone within Nintendo leaking stuff, because Nintendo can trace it back pretty easily, I would assume. So the first red flag here was being so much information on the Nintendo side. The Animal Crossing thing, very rarely do we get, like, nowadays, we used to get it a lot, but very rarely nowadays do we get like the one last thing being leaked or something major in the Direct being leaked. Tomodachi Life, Rhythm Heaven never got leaked. And I feel like even more recently, a lot of Nintendo's announcements haven't been talked about. So that should have been the biggest red flag here. And going forward, if you hear rumors that include big first-party Nintendo stuff, I would pretty much ignore it at this point. I mean, I don't think anyone has access to the back end of Nintendo trailers or anything like that. So yeah, I think going forward, I'm still going to believe some people. But if it's a content creator coming out with this stuff, in the back of my mind, like I said before, first and foremost, it is about content. It is about clicks. It is about attention. It's about making money. It's an ugly business, man. YouTube is an ugly business. I kind of associate YouTube with, like, those like National Enquirer like covers, like stupid magazine covers of like celebrities. Like, that's what YouTube is to me. The most popular videos on YouTube are always kind of like a little weird, Mr. Beast and stuff like that. So anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Basically, the Animal Crossing Direct or Animal Crossing news and stuff like that is fake. Everything that Beat 'em Up said is fake, and this is the second time he's done it. He seems like a nice guy, man, but I just don't think this particular video landed. I don't think it landed like he thought it was going to land. And he even brings on Crossing Channel, which is an Animal Crossing focused YouTube channel. And he does this whole thing about like how he apologizes and like, I don't know, man. This video, you got to watch it because it's a lot of deflecting on Wood's side. Wood was the problem in all of this. And I guess he's like, oh, like this is a big lesson on, how misinformation spreads and stuff. But you're the one who started it, dude. Everyone was fine. And then you created this rumor and you started it. So like, I don't know. I just don't think this landed. I think this is shit, dude. This is not good. This is not good content to me. It's interesting. It's going to get clicks. People are going to love it. To me, it's very frustrating. And as a YouTuber, it enforces that negative stereotype with creators that they're all about content. And on this one, Beat 'em Ups was all about content. So there you go. I'm pretty upset about this. Yeah. No Animal Crossing rumors, nothing happening. In my opinion, they are still going to show something this year, but yeah, this one kind of sucks. So I just wanted to make this ramble video, my nice little rant on this. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.